And with that, we begin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
By that, I mean the sentence I just said.
Mm-hmm.
Oh!
Yay. Hello.
Hello.
Nee. Hello.
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 Hope everyone's doing
Yeah.
well.
Yay. Hello.
Stop saying hello.
Eva.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Anyway.
Eurovision.
Eurovision.
It
happened.
Yay.
Yay. And we have three wonderful representations of that. And also this friend.
Listen, I'm still
This is
stuck
very
in Tears
cute.
of the Kingdom mentally.
That's
That's
fair.
You can do that.
Yeah. I will go back to Eurovision eventually, but
You don't have to.
No,
I spent several hours last night after Eurovision playing Tears of the Kingdom.
That is eminently fair.
Yes.
You've also got the camera work, which is a very important part of Eurovision, apparently.
Yeah,
Yeah.
truly important part.
You
Yes,
know, 5
Yes.
pound notes.
Yeah.
very
It
important.
was there for sure.
We
And-
see
I mean,
here,
it probably
Ragdoll.
would have been done better if it was manned by a cat. So, this is an
Sure,
improvement.
you are right. You're
Yeah.
correct. Yes. Also,
They might
I'm
have
looking.
captured some of the performance.
I'm looking at them all, and yes, you are all correct. And yes, good.
Yeah. I was going to say, here we see Ragdoll has put more thought into the camera work than the
Then
Eurovision
the actual
organisers did.
Eurovision. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Eurovision was a time.
It was a
It
time,
sure
as usual.
was.
And
It
now
was
we're
better
all
than
mad at
last year.
Sweden.
We are mad at Sweden. We're mad at juries.
Yeah, we're mad
Yeah,
at the jury.
specifically at the juries. Yeah,
Yeah.
not at anybody else
The
really.
performer is fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nothing wrong
Yeah.
with the performer.
Performer was great. Yeah,
Sure, she's lovely.
She did her best job singing
hope-
laying down.
I hope
She did her
had
best job
a
trying to
very-
stay awake for her
Yeah.
final.
I think
Yeah,
one of the funniest posts I've seen so far regarding that was someone was like, "We've been united in we're unite through music? No, unite through hatred of the jury."
Exactly.
Yes.
Yes, indeed. Also, I hope she had a very good nap.
Yeah,
Yes,
she
definitely
needed that
a
nap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I might as well continue my continue the doodle. Yeah, we're just gonna do a fun little post Eurovision doodle. You can doodle whatever you want. Doesn't have to be Eurovision. Evidently, Kiro's in Zelda mode.
Because I will not. Probably.
Yeah.
That
Listen.
is fair.
Listen.
I do find it interesting though, with Tears of the Kingdom, that they decided to make it a direct sequel.
Yeah, they
Um,
did. Yeah.
Because you don't see that often in Zelda games.
Yeah.
Hmm?
I think there is a little bit of a time skip. I think there's like 15 years or so between the games.
Yes,
That's what I heard. But
I have seen enough
yeah,
of the
it is
beginning to know that yes, there is either a time skip or someone is doing more science shenanigans.
that or yeah, either or. But yes, it is a direct sequel. Yeah, yeah, which I like, and it's neat. Yeah.
Yeah, the only ones I can think of that are direct sequels with the same characters, mind.
Yeah. 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 I know about the whole
Is
Megaverse
Majora's
thing.
Mask, kind of.
Yeah, Majora, like that's
Yeah.
off of one timeline. Yeah, there's like 3 timelines off of Ocarina of Time, and Majora's Mask is the direct sequel of one of them. Because yeah,
I think
and yeah, you're right.
And
That's the
then
only one I can think of
technically
as well.
Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons are linked, but that's
Yeah.
a weird circumstance, not a sequel.
Yeah, no, yeah.
And everything else I can think of, they happen in the same universe, but there's a time skip. So
But there's like it's like generations of time skip. It's like ages.
Yeah, because
but-
Wind Waker
Yeah.
and Spirit Tracks and one
Phantom
other that I'm
Hourglass.
forgetting the name of are technically
Phan-
all in one timeline,
Is
but
it
there's
Phantom Hourglass?
years, in one case, centuries between them.
Yeah. I miss.
I
Huh.
miss.
Miss! Hello! Lux, for now! Ooh, I like the threat. That's fun.
It's a good threat.
How is a miss? Are you Zeldoring and or Eurovisioning?
Do you hate Sweden?
Sorry,
don't know if you
your
carried on
Wi-Fi kept
watching.
acting up.
Yeah, one year we'll all be together to be able to take the piss.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed. Yeah.
We have
Maybe
to.
next week, because there was talk about watching previous
Yeah.
Eurovisions next week.
I mean, as somebody who has now watched only 3 of them, I'm perfectly happy to be educated.
I mean,
Although me being me, I'm tempted to go back and watch one from the 60s. So just to see how
Hell
different
yeah.
it is.
listen, there's a lot of backlog. We can just like do 2 every year.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually we'll get through them. I mean, I don't want to hype up 2018 too much because I don't know if it was actually a good year, but it is the year
Yeah.
that got me like back into watching Eurovision. So,
It was no 2021, but
no, but nothing was 2021.
except 2021, presumably.
Yeah,
Well, that might not have been. Who knows? I don't know
but
the
yeah,
logic of these things.
like it was a good enough year that it got me back into Eurovision after years of not watching it because teenager.
Bloody teenagers.
Yeah.
Your internet was furious last night. Oh no. Don't have the monies for the glue things to things game. Is there gluing in the game? Is that a thing?
There is so much gluing in the game. Yes.
So, in Breath of the Wild,
So
one of the
much.
powers you have is called magnesis, where you can
Yes.
take
Yeah.
metal objects and move them around.
Yeah.
They decided to take that and do that, but more. And now in Tears of the Kingdom, you have an ability that allows you to move
You can move pretty much
almost any
anything.
object.
Yeah,
There are
not
some
just
things that you
metal.
can't move around that are like affixed to the ground or too big.
Yeah.
But then you can like
Fuse
glue
them.
it onto other objects that you're
Yeah.
able to move.
Yeah. And
Speed.
it does look exactly like glue. It's like
Yeah.
a big oozy green glob that you just stick to the objects together with. It's funny. It's also
Speedrunners are gonna have fun with that.
It's also very finicky. Like it is very exact. You gotta like you can manipulate the object, turn it this way, that way, and if you glue it together wrong, yeah, it's gonna flop over.
Yeah, one of the streamers that I watch who is an artist and does 3D art is like, this is now the Legend of Cad.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
And there's another ability as well, which is different from that one, which is fusing, in that you can just put like a rock on your shield or sword. You can just fuse items onto your weapons or equipment, and it makes it stronger, but also can make it more volatile as well if you choose the wrong equipment. And yeah, it's funny.
Nice. There's a Christie as well. Hooray!
And yeah, I saw on I follow a speedrunner on YouTube, and I saw he put a video up last night that was like a speedrun of Tears of the Kingdom. It was like an hour and 80 minutes or something like no, an hour and a half, yeah, something like that. And it's just how?
Hello.
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 Hello. Hello. Hello.
Speedrunners are a different breed.
True, very true. Also, he probably got an advanced copy as well because he's very big on Zelda.
Sorry, I just said what Jib's drum.
Hell yeah, Chib. Hell yeah.
I just want to have a chat.
Just want to talk. Just want to talk.
Just wanna have a chat.
Bring out the guillotines.
I think they will be happy to see themselves as a cat.
Yeah.
Speaking
Is
of
that a
animals,
puppy? Was that a puppy?
It was the puppy.
The little
Yay.
Puppy.
Puppy is
Puppy.
very hyped because I just got home.
Oh,
Aw.
I'm excited.
Yay.
Yeah.
I love that little sleeping cat.
They need sleep.
They need sleep. Let them sleep, God.
That's fair.
That's
She
not
looks so
fair.
tired.
I like
Yeah.
how you've drawn them sleeping inside of the box thing from the
Yeah.
performance, implying that like, oh, we're doing
Yeah.
another showing of this musical performance, but she's just fallen asleep standing up in the middle of it.
Hell yeah.
I thought that
Yeah.
when I thought that when they said that they have to set up to do the sort of finale performance. Oh, you won. You need to do it again. I kind of just imagined that they cut to her and she's just asleep, laying down. And
Yeah, I was thinking that too. That's what she deserves, damn it.
Yeah. Finland deserves to win. Sweden deserves to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the reason why Finland should have won, so that the Swedish musician could just go take a nap and not have to perform their show
Yeah,
again.
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
fall asleep on the
exactly.
couch there.
Yeah.
Yeah, the you saw the Finnish performer when they were reading out the results. It's so much energy, excess
Yeah.
energy.
Oh,
So
yeah.
much.
Had to take their shirt off.
Yeah.
Literally
Exactly.
taking
It's,
off
it's like dealing with
the
a puppy.
clothes
Just have them
energy.
play
Yeah.
some more so that they can get the energy out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, I subscribe to the theory that Sweden won so they could have ABBA Vision, aka Eurovision, but it's ABBA now.
Yeah.
Because we
I
don't
believe
get
that
enough of
too.
ABBA.
Is it actually the 50th anniversary next year?
It's
Of
I
ABBA?
think I don't know if it's the 50th anniversary of ABBA or if it's the 50th anniversary since Waterloo won
Okay.
on Eurovision.
Gotcha.
I don't know
Gotcha.
which one it is specifically, but it's one
But
of them.
either one, yeah.
Either
Gotcha.
or, and which also
Yeah.
means that
Not to be a conspiracy theorist, but yeah, I kind of see it as well. Yeah.
it's just something about that theory seems so likely because of course they would. Of course they'd love to have like Eurovision, ABBA anniversary in Sweden. Thank
Mm-hmm.
the person who's won before.
It's that
Yeah.
nostalgia factor. Hey, remember this thing that was good when you were a kid? We're doing it again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
like they came up with that idea and then they were like, we're gonna have to make this happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We're gonna give Sweden points no matter what happens.
I mean, but also Sweden's entry was sort of, I don't know what word I want to use here. Safe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was, yeah. It
Update.
was.
Um.
It was not exactly
No,
what I think of when I think Eurovision.
it was. I I said it to Oops yesterday, and I'll say it again. But it was just Euphoria again, which
Yeah.
Yes, I heard that. Yeah, that's the song that they
I
entered in before.
yeah,
I listened to Euphoria after you mentioned it, and yes, you're correct. It
I didn't
is.
realize that was the person who won with Euphoria last
yeah,
time.
it's the same singer as Euphoria, and Euphoria won at one point in the past, which is why she's. It's like a big deal because second I think the second person in total to have won Eurovision twice or something like that.
Mhm.
Which I think is,
Give someone else like the time and spotlight.
yeah, I also just think that, you know, if you've performed in Eurovision, but especially if you've won Eurovision before, you shouldn't get to compete again.
Mhm. Yeah.
Like that just feels unfair.
It does.
Issue.
I mean, at the very least, that means that countries are sort of forced to show off different performers.
Yeah, that's exactly like I mean, like, because what else is gonna like stop people from just sending in the guy from last year again because he did so well? Like, you're setting like a precedent for just sending in people again that have won and hoping they're gonna do it again.
Yeah, it's like if there's a lesson to be taken away from this Eurovision, it's that look at last place, don't change what you did, and look at first place, do exactly the same as what you've done before. Because
Yeah.
Germany really actually tried to send something interesting this time, as opposed to last year, which was just drab and boring.
Yeah.
And they were rewarded by being last place.
I mean,
And
also, like, they're also rewarding, like, English songs again.
oh yeah,
Because apparently Finland, the guy really wanted to prove, like, yes, we can win Eurovision in Finnish. And now he's just lost to a standard English pop song.
Mm.
but I hope he has the
Which-
cognizance to realize that he basically won.
Yeah.
Screw the jury.
Yeah, considering that the audience was screaming "cha cha cha"
Yeah.
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just constantly.
Mustn't have been a nice victory.
Yeah.
Eh,
Yeah. No, I don't think it would. I don't think she liked that victory. I
like I say, it's not their fault.
it's not her fault, no, but it must be like I don't know. I think like as an artist, I would have the pride to feel like a little bit sucky about like winning on jury points.
Yeah.
And also competing trying to take the experience away from another person.
Yeah.
I just find that very tasteless and like selfish. Like there's so many people in the world, so many talented people in the world, so little Eurovision, and you can't like bring it to someone else this time.
Yeah.
You tried. Someone else didn't. That's just me. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I fully agree. I don't think they should get to compete twice. I think if you've had one Eurovision, that's it. In my
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah.
You don't get to try again, it's Eurovision. Yeah. But yeah, that's what I've seen most people complain about. And also just the UK making it all about them.
Yeah.
That was a little tasteless.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
a bit.
Like
Just a bit. Yeah.
I was saying, I like the thing where they were introducing the acts. They had that sort of like, here's a place in Ukraine, here's a similar place in Britain, here's a similar place in the home country of the act. That was really
Yeah.
nice. I like that. That was
That was
all
nice.
they did.
Yeah.
That literally was it. Yes, indeed.
I mean,
Yeah.
also, like, they had to, like, Ukrainian artists in the beginning, like, in the intro bit.
They
That's
did,
when
yeah.
people are coming in. That's not when the most people are watching. You know? Most people start watching when the acts actually begin, not with the intro.
Yeah, that's
So,
sort of a general known thing about performances. There's a reason why the opening act is not your big ticket seller.
yeah. And that's why, like, the halftime performance, or, like, the performance before, like, during voting and such also felt just so tacky. Because it was just like, this is Liverpool. Welcome to Liverpool.
Yeah,
You all
totally.
came here for Liverpool, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because we
Totally.
won last time, I guess. I mean, we didn't, but we're sure
Liverpool
gonna
won.
pretend.
Didn't win.
And the
no.
fact that they were highlighting here's famous people things related to UK wins, although not actually wins, apparently. which I
Second
found
Yeah, no.
funny.
places.
Every
Yeah.
time UK came in second, yeah. Yeah.
Like, it would have been hilarious if it hadn't been so tacky, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like,
Also, of the 4 hosts, which why they needed 4 hosts, I don't know.
I mean,
I'm pretty
No.
sure the gal who's actually Ukrainian talked the least.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think
Yeah,
so.
probably.
Yeah. That's the feeling I got.
and because that was the lady who could actually speak Ukrainian, and
Also, I'm still
honestly,
not.
the only time she was really allowed to talk was when they did like a tiny little bit with like Ukrainian people,
Yeah.
which also felt really icky to me. It was just like, and here are some people whose cities were destroyed and now they're here.
Like
Just
thanks.
so
Thanks.
like insensitive
Yeah.
to me to
Yeah, it's also
say
super
anything
insensitive to
about
me
it, but
because
also like
the majority
circus
of Europe, but
performing.
UK in particular, has got a problem. Well, and I'm going to call this out because the US also has the same damn problem of be like, oh,
Yeah.
these refugees,
Yeah.
you're too brown, leave.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yep. Can confirm that's a thing here.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, it definitely like not the best Eurovision, but like not for like reasons like last year. Not for
No,
the same reason as last
Yeah.
year wasn't the best.
Last year was sort of in a sense. Actually, I don't even know. I was about to say it was entertainingly bad. That's not really accurate either. I guess it was.
Last year was like entertaining. It was just it was a show. It was a Eurovision and it was a little bit lackluster, but it was still Eurovision and there was nothing like inherently tacky or bad about it beyond it being Eurovision.
Mm-hmm.
There was nothing tacky beyond the general Eurovision tackiness.
Yeah, exactly.
Which you expect, yeah.
But that's not good enough.
Yeah.
We want more weird. There wasn't enough weird.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like we had Finland. It was a fun weird. We had
Croatia.
Croatia. Yeah.
Yeah.
They had their thing going
Germany.
on.
Germany, yeah.
Germany, who've tried.
Mhm.
I'm still that's the one I'm annoyed by.
And
Germany deserve way more than to be last place.
Yeah, Germany deserved to be at least above the UK.
Absolutely, yeah.
They did. They really did, yeah.
Because the UK had nothing going for them.
The UK deserved those 0 points.
Yeah, but the problem is that I would say that we deserved 0 points for very similar reasons as to why Sweden won. Because it was just a kind of generic song you'd hear on the radio.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't really think much about. I mean, I guess at
True.
least Sweden's songs seem to require decent singing talent, but
Yeah.
Like
I mean, at
whatever
least
the
the
case for
performer
Sweden,
like
at least you need
moved
some
around instead of being on just a platform.
Yeah. True.
Although, granted, that's all France's performer did as well, as far as any of us could see. Though they did something with her dress. I don't know what. Cameraman.
Who
We never
knows?
saw it. The cameraman knows. We
We'll
don't.
never know. Secrets.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Love that camera work. God. I was wincing the whole time remembering my like TV news broadcasting class in high school. Just that's not what you do.
high schoolers know better.
Yeah. Indeed.
I wouldn't mind, but we are a country that's relatively famous for having quite a high proportion of like students doing media studies and stuff like that. So evidently that's not working.
Mhm. Saying it again, that £5 note had to stretch real far.
Yeah, you are correct. Yes, indeed.
So what you're saying is they hired media students who haven't even taken their media studies classes yet.
Yes,
That
this was a
seems
work
like it, yes.
experience placement.
Yeah.
They tried to save money by just actually having students operate everything.
I could see that.
Bunch of student interns, all they're getting is college credit for this.
Yeah. Exactly. Interns.
Yeah, exactly. Unpaid interns, then your £5 note can go somewhere else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How that works.
So who's excited for Sweden to be hosting it next time?
It's
I mean, maybe the Finns should just go over and be like, "Hey, we're taking over."
yeah.
Not like they're
Yeah,
that
maybe.
far away.
I just
Yeah.
feel like in my soul already that it's just gonna be like ABBA themes. Just
Yeah.
everything.
Everything ABBA. Yeah.
And like I have
Which
nothing against ABBA. I enjoy
exactly.
ABBA.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
songs, good performance. It just frustrates me that that's what they're gonna do.
Yeah. And I don't want to like hate ABBA either. I love ABBA. I love their work
No,
Yeah.
Mamma
all
Mia and all
ABBA's
that.
fault.
But I have a feeling that I might hate them
By the
after next
end.
week. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe just a bit. And I don't want to.
No, it's like it's not like ABBA's fault at all, and I don't want to like dislike ABBA for it, but I do dislike ABBA a little bit for it because
Yeah.
it's
They were
Just
the
like
clearly
precedent.
people
that that's
who
what they were
decide
going
that
for.
this has to happen. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's already such a thing at Eurovision. Like even like this year, like they always show off at least a little clip of ABBA because everyone knows ABBA.
Of course. Yeah. Yeah.
Like you want to show how Eurovision makes artists big. ABBA.
Yeah.
Waterloo.
Which
Everyone
is
knows
odd to
Waterloo.
me because it's like, hey, here's an example of how artists get big, and you have one example.
Yeah, when they say
Like-
artists, they mean the 4 members of ABBA.
Yeah.
That's what.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
That's one of those things where it's like, if you only have one example, that's an exception, not the rule.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty much.
I don't know what to draw.
Draw whatever you want.
Yeah. Draw all the things that made you go, huh?
I don't think those are things I can draw.
Yep. That's fair. That's fair. Draw things that made you happy. Draw the Moldova guys. I don't know.
Who were Moldova again?
Which guy?
The witch guy.
Oh,
with the
yeah,
with
bare
the
feet.
fluke guy. Yeah, barefoot
The
guy
only
that
one who was
Barefoot.
allowed to have bare
who
feet.
should have been barefoot.
The
Yeah.
valid barefoot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not the invalid barefoot.
Yeah.
The illegal
guy.
barefoot.
And the fluke guy. Yeah.
The was the invalid barefoot one the one that looked just really sad when they got no points.
Probably.
No. I
remember.
don't think
That
so.
was the guy with the sleeveless suit jacket, and then
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't
yeah,
know where
that guy.
he went. I don't think I've seen him after his performance. I think he just left.
Yeah, probably.
he decided to go take a nap.
I mean, honestly, that's not a bad thing to do in Eurovision. Just do your performance and then leave, and then hey, I did Eurovision. Bye.
Yeah, for real.
I mean, as someone who's not a fan of pomp and circumstance, literally and figuratively, yeah, mood.
But I think the guy we were all like, oh wow, he looks so pissed was Switzerland. Who
Yeah, probably.
I don't remember what his song was. I just remember everyone because I was like live going through the tags on Tumblr.
I was going to
yeah.
mention this. I went on Tumblr afterwards, and I saw you retweeted like 20 things. Like, how does your brain manage to browse and
Yeah.
reblog things on Tumblr, talk with us, and watch Eurovision?
I was
I mean, that might
joyfully-
be related to like the 106 tabs that are open.
True, yeah.
I have I get notifications when Chibi posts stuff, so I was gleefully watching it in live action whenever Chibi reblogged.
How can I don't know how your brain manages that. It's amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, everyone on because apparently his song, which was like I think it was called Water Gun or something.
Oh yeah, I remember the one
Something
being
like
called
that.
that,
Yeah.
Yeah, and apparently the context of the song was that, you know, he doesn't want to be a soldier and like, you know, like an anti-war song in like the least sensitive way considering Switzerland's
was
history
very-
being neutral and the fact that there's another war going on. Everyone was just kind of dragging him for that. Just
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, the Croatian one was also an anti-war song. But
I did see
yeah.
there was a post on Tumblr of like a picture of Switzerland and Croatia, and it's one of these is a cleverly constructed anti-war song with themes of, you know, taking down sort of fascist stereotypes, and the other one's Switzerland.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
So-
Yeah.
And you just
I
see these
saw
two
that.
things side by side, and it's like, yeah.
Yeah.
they are correct.
I did actually go back and listen to the Croatian one because I remember sort of in our confusion thinking there's actually some interesting like musical ideas in here, which I wasn't expecting from any Eurovision, frankly. So I decided to go back and listen to it. And there are actually some bits in the song that I'm like, that's weird. Like musically, that's actually weird. I like that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So good on them for incorporating actually weird, interesting music into Eurovision somehow. While also making it sound like a pop song.
Mm-hmm.
Hashtag Germany was robbed. Like, I can't remember their song, but they tried harder than us, and that deserves better.
They, you know, they at least had something going.
They had the asymmetrical
yeah,
tattoo suit.
the cameraman
Yeah.
just didn't want to show anything other than the lead's costume during that performance.
Yeah.
And it's like there's at least 3 other guys on stage.
Yeah.
I mean, that
really
went
was.
honestly like for all the bands or like groups or something. It's just like the one.
Yeah.
But no, show us more of the happy drummer.
He was having a
Um,
great time no matter what.
I mean, speaking of the happy drummer,
yeah, I
that's what
saw
I'm drawing,
you were
actually.
drawing him.
I'm
Yeah,
drawing the happy drummer. Trying
love
happy
it.
to.
drummer.
I'm still working on it, but yeah.
I was happy, and there was some nice pictures of like behind the
Yeah.
scenes afterwards of that. I can't even remember what country they're from.
Yeah.
But them like comforting the Finnish one, and it was, you know, it's very
I
sweet.
think it's Slovenia, I believe. I think. I could be wrong. Yeah.
Apologies, everyone. My memory for these things is awful.
My memory
Oh,
is
that's
also
fair.
awful. Also, my
I mean,
head
there
is
was also
tilted to the
26
side.
different acts, so it's sort of understandable to get a few
True,
things confused
yeah.
at the very least.
Yeah.
I have trouble remembering a list of like 6 things. You know, there-
Mood.
There are some I can easily remember, like France, because
Yeah.
nobody's going to mistake that act as coming from anywhere else.
And
No,
UK
France
as
was
well.
just
Yeah.
France, you know?
you know, you could arguably mix up Spain and Portugal's one.
Yeah.
Portugal's was better.
Okay. Yeah.
But other than that, it was just a lot of stuff.
Also, they came by very quickly. It's just like bam, 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 bam.
Yeah, there was no downtime between the acts, and as soon as the acts were over, they were trying to fill time with anything, and it's like the pacing of this show was very strange.
I feel for whatever roadie crew was there, because the amount of we got to get this on and off the stage in a short amount of time, because this is live and they only gave us like half a minute.
Yeah, for real.
And some of the stuff they put on stage, it's not little things. I mean, like the
No, they
guitars and
put an
whatnot, the
entire
person can just carry
trampoline on
themselves.
stage at one point.
Two
Yeah,
trampolines.
Yeah,
they put
never
two
forget the trampoline.
trampolines and a staircase thing, which granted the staircase is probably hollow and trampolines aren't heavy, they're just awkward. But like, we've got a whole grand piano on stage. Those are heavy. I've helped
Yeah.
move one of those before. We had like 4 people pushing it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the
also-
stream, miss.
Yeah.
Sorry, carry on.
I do think everything went by quick. I mean, it usually like goes by pretty quickly because they have to get through 26 acts in like the span of one evening, preferably like, you know, not too far past midnight. But even then, I feel like other times there's been more time of the presenters like shuffling up to a contestant that's already gone and being like, "Hey, what do you think?" or
Yeah.
just showing off the contestants more in general. When I think of Eurovision, they usually like show off plenty of shots of like the green room and them like waving flags and everything.
Yeah.
And yeah, there was like a surprising lacking of that this year, I felt. It was a bit interesting, but you know.
Yeah, miss. Yeah, I remember I only did like secondary school theatre stuff, but I remember organizing set changes and stuff like that. It's just very well-oiled machine.
Yeah.
It has to be.
Yeah. So, at the school I teach at, one of the classes that gets taught is a script writing class, where basically, it's a script writing / directing class thing, where basically what's supposed to happen is the students write a 1-act play, and then for another portion of another class, they're supposed to direct a 1-act play. And the last one I went to, because they do this in the theater where they like show off and it's like, hey, here's all of the plays that these directing students directed. And considering it's a 1-act play, and considering there was like 4 or 5 students that were going through it, my figuring was like, okay, this is going to be simple set design, because these are 1-act plays. Each one's got like 3 people in it, and we got to get through all of these in one night. And these are all vastly different plays. Because like if you've got a single 1.5 to 2 hour play, there's like, you could have like this part of the stage is this part, and this part of the stage is another area, and like reuse parts of the scenery. But if you've got multiple different plays, they're probably not going to exactly have a whole lot of overlapping scenery use. And then I went in and they had a whole ass bed on stage.
Oh wow.
And then between plays, they moved the whole ass bed from the floor up a level to another platform that they had set up. And it's like I'm sitting here going, God damn, you're all insane.
Yeah. Amazing.
Now you're giving Miss flashbacks.
I mean, the actors and stagehands all did very, very good. I just wasn't expecting to walk in and there's just a whole ass bed in the middle of the stage.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Look at those bare feet and wibbly arms.
Hell yeah. Love it. He looks fantastic.
He
Yeah, and
is
that
here
happy
to
drummer.
spread witch vibes.
Yeah. Look, he's
Witch
just
vibe.
vibing. He's just so happy to be there.
He's just happy to be there.
Yeah.
Like, it's so fun
Like
to just see someone so genuinely, like, happy at it.
he filled my heart with joy just seeing him.
Yeah, when he started dancing with the flute player, that
Yeah.
was
Oh
a
yeah, I
lot of
love
fun.
that so much. Yes. I really love the Moldova song. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yes, the boys was Slovenia. Yeah.
Who gave Chibi an axe? Is it just it's just for the jury talk, okay? I just want to talk
Yeah.
to the jury. After that, the axe can go away.
Yeah.
Conversational
It's
axe.
fine. It's fine. Yeah.
Conversational axe. I just need it for like emotional support.
Axing a question, standard stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's fine. They were just chopping, I don't know, pumpkins earlier. Got a little gooey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's all good. It's all fine.
Just chopping pumpkins, practicing something roughly head-shaped, coincidentally.
Coincidence.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Coincidentally. Yeah. Of course.
I mean, depends on the pumpkin, but yeah.
Yeah. I would like to watch 2018. Just the 2018 version with people if people are up for it, of course.
Sure, yeah. I haven't seen any other Eurovision. This was the only one I saw. So
And I don't really remember how good it is. I remember there are some good parts. There are some that like really stuck in my brain.
Well, that makes it better than this year, so.
I mean, there must be tons of forgettable ones as well. But yeah, it's the first one I watched that got me like back into Eurovision. So, and like
That's
the
special.
first song is the vampire guy.
nice.
whose
Love that.
piano is a coffin and is then set on fire. So high standards.
Excellent.
Like, already better set use than 97% of this year, so.
Yeah, that's
The
true.
piano was on fire. That was another post I saw on Tumblr. It's just somebody one of those reaction images of somebody looking in anticipation with the caption "Eurovision fans when a piano goes on stage."
Yeah.
like,
Something has to happen to the piano. It's just tradition. There have been so many pianos that are on fire or just part of the act or just something happens.
Yeah.
Well, and this year the only thing that happened is a ghost hit the keys at the wrong time for the notes.
Yep.
I think it
those
synced
go-
up as it went on, but certainly at the beginning it was off.
Yeah. You got
Look,
better.
the ghost was
eventually,
nervous.
which is fair.
I'm drawing my favorite person of the evening. Who was
Oh
that guy?
yes, the background guy. Yes.
Our man, the background guy.
I missed him at the end there. He was no longer around. I missed him. He was the best part. Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Wandered on set. Was very confused.
I don't know why he was there, because clearly he didn't know what was happening.
Yeah, he was just there.
Which is funny because it's not like it's one thing to wander behind presenters and have no idea what's going on if they're doing a thing that's like outside in public. But this is in like a concert hall. So
Yeah.
like
I mean, also he was
presumably
in the
he
green
got
room.
tickets.
Also, he was just in like every single shot. He's just waiting.
This person has a season pass to the venue that this taking place and just goes to anything. Has no
Yeah.
idea what Eurovision is.
Yeah, just zero clue.
This was background guy, miss. He was in the
Yeah.
background constantly.
Whenever there was an interview or one of the presenters, hosts, whatever, when they were talking, he was just there in the background, just vibing.
Yeah.
I mean, at least he wasn't weirdly dressed up and pretending to churn butter.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
that was strange.
a reference, but yeah, it was still like
Yeah.
a
It was
weird
the
thing to reference.
presenter from British Bake Off, right?
Yeah.
Mel?
Mel Godrich? I believe that's how you pronounce it. I'd be wrong.
Believe so, but I could be wrong too.
One half of Melon Sue.
Yeah. I miss Melon Sue.
She
Yeah.
is something, that one.
Very true. Yeah.
Mm,
She was good. She was fun on Taskmaster.
yeah.
Mm.
It also just it I know it's like a reference, but it felt just so out of place.
Yeah.
Very,
Actually,
Yeah.
wasn't acknowledged at all, which was part of the joke, but then it went on too long for not being acknowledged.
Yeah.
it was just
It dragged.
It was this Mel? Is this a famous person? Am I wrong? Is this wrong?
yeah.
There-
The werewolves in the beginning, yes.
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 Right at the
there
start,
were.
I think, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why they were there.
They
At
weren't the
that
real
moment.
ones,
No.
because we saw one of the real ones. They announced the
With, like,
Yeah.
points.
Well,
cheap
there were-
versions of them.
There were like two of them in the actual location, and then there was one that did the jury voting thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is a dead island.
I mean,
Oh,
a little
God.
bit.
Ugh, there's a fruit fly right in my face. Ugh.
Oh no.
Yeah, just a bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody belongs in Dead Island, but that's a different joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True. Yeah.
This is should we it wouldn't work for a stream because of limited knowledge, but I feel like drawing Eurovision acts from memory is an idea.
That's an idea.
mean, yeah.
I mean, first you'd have to know some Eurovision acts.
Yeah. that's-
Yeah. I would only be able to do the
Listen.
one we just saw. And I kind of am anyway. I'm drawing this drummer guy from memory, so
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm trying to draw one of the
Oh.
wolves.
you got this.
I mean, it's still. Is there a Eurovision wiki?
Probably.
Oh,
There
almost
should be.
certainly.
There
Yeah.
should be if there isn't.
Very surprised if there isn't.
And here.
I can cross red lines without Procreate.
I have actually at some point tried using an actual ruler on a digital drawing tablet. It doesn't work. So,
Yeah,
Oh, really?
didn't Ragdoll also use like
but
was
yeah,
it
do you go to Spirograph? That was
gyrographs? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the
Which is even
spirograph
more
worked.
awkward.
Math stream.
The main problem was the tip of my tablet pen doesn't. It fits awkwardly into the holes of the gears.
Gotcha.
So it didn't work out great, but mainly because I kept the tip of my pen kept not going all the way through.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
Because wouldn't you know it, those things are designed for pencils, not tablet pens.
Yeah, that's true. They are.
Though
Yeah.
I did find an online tool for making spirograph designs where it actually has the gears, like you physically, well, you digitally place the gears onto the screen you're working on.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I might just link that in Discord so anyone else can play around with it if they want to. They're pretty neat.
Nice. Very cool.
Can't wait for Chibi to have to decide between a stripper and a streamer when we all eventually play the new Dead Island in about 4 years. Well, we can't all play it because it's only 3 players.
True.
Boo!
Yeah. I have a feeling that I will most likely be the one who not plays.
No!
Yeah.
We will mod the game so everyone can
But
be in.
I don't know.
We'll make it
What-
so that the control of the players just oscillates between different people.
Yeah. Like I wouldn't mind playing the game with you guys. I would love to, but I think because I had like a lot of lag and stuff, and I don't think you guys did, or did you?
It's just a janky game anyway, so it's difficult
Yeah.
to tell.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't
Yeah,
know.
true.
Yeah. But if I do play, then I'm calling dibs on the stripper guy. 'Cause I want to play as
Fair
him.
enough.
That is fair.
Although I might change my mind by the time we get to it. But yeah. Currently, it's him.
Also, yes, there is a Eurovision wiki.
Yay! Use that for a wiki, a random wiki.
My daughter. Yes, he shall be my daughter.
Yeah.
Also, just want to check if, like, because I skipped straight to 2018. 2019, there was also Eurovision. I do not remember much of it. Just looking at these acts, I'm just like, what happened here? I know we won, and that's probably already saying something.
Yeah.
Again, the biggest indictment that I can say about last year was that we came second. Like,
Yeah.
no, hang on. No, I remember watching this year's one. We won, didn't we? We must have done. It was all about us.
Yeah.
Chris, hate to break it to you. But
Sorry, no, hang on. It wasn't Britain. It was Liverpool. Liverpool won.
Liverpool, that's right.
Yeah, not
Yes,
the
yes,
UK. No.
Liverpool. Not Britain, no.
Okay, so the online spirograph tool
Oh
has
no,
been
I
linked.
do remember something.
Nice. Very cool.
Thank you.
The guy
Yeah,
who
thanks.
sung Imagine yesterday was there, and he got really popular. He was like second, I think. He got second eventually.
Can
And
I just
everyone-
say that the songs that those Liverpool the Liverpool songbook that they did, where they got a bunch of artists back and said, "Sing our songs, not yours."
Yeah.
Can I just say,
Mhm.
all of those versions, none of them were good.
Yeah.
I feel bad
true.
for those acts having to do those versions.
Yeah. Yeah.
It felt especially sucky because later I remembered that I do not remember exactly what year it was, but I think it was 2019. It was 2018 or 2019 where they had like former Eurovision like winners or at least stars, like iconic Eurovision singers sing the winning songs or like songs from other Eurovision singers, like a little like game of telephone, but with Eurovision songs, basically. Where they sung each other's songs, and that was so fun, and I wish they would
Yeah.
do that every year.
That seems fun.
Mhm. Yeah.
Hang on, let me
wish.
look it up because
What did Britain do? What didn't Britain do?
we didn't
Britain
mention
made it
Ukraine.
all about them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't mention Ukraine enough. Yeah.
No, most
Or
certainly not.
yeah.
Kind of forgot about Ukraine.
Yeah.
Like, they put all the Ukrainian, like, iconic Eurovision songs at the beginning, when nobody's watching, and during the halftime, it was,
Which was
um,
there a halftime?
I mean,
Yeah.
halftime is, like,
Yeah.
while voting is happening and stuff like
Gotcha.
that.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
I want
what they
to see.
kept promoting, because apparently the UK only knows how to promote things.
Mm.
Um,
I mean,
but
I'd argue they don't know how to promote things, and that's part of the problem.
Yeah. I agree with that. Yeah.
yeah, because they did get some Eurovision like stars together, and then they made them sing like really bland covers, I guess.
Yeah, there was the version of Imagine, which honestly took me quite a while to realize what song it was.
I mean, they had an Italian man sing an English song. I don't know what
Yeah.
they expected.
Mhm.
Like, this
Yeah.
man's Eurovision song when he became second was in Italian.
There was I believe you described there as the chicken person, the inflatable chicken person, or something.
Yeah, the chicken song lady, yes.
Yeah, they sang
Also,
you spin me round.
yeah, she tried her best, but honestly, also, I don't know what was going on there.
Also,
They-
I feel
Then
like
they made a reference to the UK becoming second in 1993.
Yes, we did a whole section about the fact that in one particular year we came second.
And then
Yeah.
our Duncan Lawrence from the Netherlands, who won in 2019, came out and sung, honestly, really beautiful, but like completely like disjointed from what came before it.
Oh yeah, when I say that they performed a collection of songs, a collection of covers, there were like this was not a medley. There were just
No.
pauses between each of them, and none of
Yeah,
them
no.
were thematically
It was
connected. They
one
didn't
song
flow.
after the other. Yeah.
There was no flow. It was just like a hard cut from like a very preppy, like pop song about, I don't know, becoming second in 1993. I don't know. To like this
and
very soulful, like beautiful
Yeah.
about coming together and stuff like that.
It
That
was
just
very jarring. Yeah.
hardest cut between those.
Mhm.
the worst thing, they got good old Daddy Freya back, good old Iceland fun pop one,
Mm-hmm.
singing whole again, very boring. But
Yeah.
also with like a bunch of backing singers, none of whom were his actual band
No, none
Yeah.
who were
and
his actual
friends.
band, and all were made to look like him, which is
also because of how the camera
creepy.
tricks they did, they just suddenly appeared on stage.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
they magically appeared there, and they are all dressed like him, including the hair and stuff, and just
It was
just
a little bit disconcerting.
suddenly
yeah,
cult. You don't know Daddy Freya? I'm gonna send Daddy Freya because Daddy Freya comes from the 2020 Eurovision that never happened, which, as far as I'm
Yeah.
concerned, would have been the best one.
I mean,
Because it
he was
had
also in 2021's Eurovision.
but with not as good a song. It's still a good song, but not as
Yeah.
good one. And Little Big were going to be in the 2021, and I like them as well. Two acts that I actually knew of without having watched Eurovision. What a bad trip is like. Yeah, it's kind of. This whole sequence was just real weird.
Chris
Yeah.
knows someone.
I know, yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
Amazing.
time for
It's just really. I don't know who decided that was the way to go with that performance, but it's like we now have a bunch of clones on stage. Was mostly just sort of like, eh.
Yeah. Yeah, I was kind of uncomfortable with that once I realized that, oh, they're all just dressed like him. Yeah.
Yeah. It was a little bit of a choice. Not a good one.
It can
Just a bit.
sort of work
Mm-hmm.
because, like, one of the performances this year we had all 5, 6.
I mean,
I don't remember how many singers. They were all dressed more or less the same with the same hairstyle, but also none of them were standing out with that. And I have a feeling that was sort of part of the point with that song.
Yeah.
And also, we didn't have just the face of one person up on the stage, and none of them looked like it was just kind of
mean,
like, hey, you've just this isn't your natural hairstyle, is it?
I
Yeah.
mean, it was a thing of like, with the right song and with the right context, it would have been like a cool performance.
Yeah.
It would have been weird, but that's kind of his thing as well. So I get it. Um,
Yeah.
but in this, like, because of like the quote unquote medley and like just him singing like a very normal song, it just felt like suddenly just came out of nowhere. This super weird, trippy sequence.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah. Coming back to the 2019 one, I've remembered a little bit more. Um, Apart from that we won, Italy came second. Um, Norway was kind of nice. Again, witchy vibes, kind of, but not really. Not as much witchy vibes, but you know,
Mm-hmm.
trying. um, Australia had like a weird space princess aesthetic, if I remember correctly. Was really like the singer, female singer with a big dress, um, on a platform that kind of like um how do you say that? Like rotates but in a cone shape. Does that make sense? Like like if you have a like person here and they're standing on like a platform and it goes like this.
No, sort of corkscrewy.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
yeah. Yeah.
that. With like and like her big gown kind of like, you know, like being draped over this and lots of stars in the background and like very I don't know how else to describe it but space princess.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like a more interesting
Um
version of France this year.
yeah, it
Yeah,
did remind me a little bit of that when I was watching it of like, are they gonna try to do the Australia thing? Oh no, there's something going on, but I don't know what because they won't show me. But
Yeah. Something happened to that dress. We just don't know what.
The cameramen refused.
yeah.
Well,
What
they might be on
else?
TikTok, miss.
Oh, and Russia. I think this is the year that Russia's singer had like the most dramatic rain, like fake rain on his face, fake lightning, everything. It was the most over the top dramatic thing ever. Like,
Well,
was
you say
laugh-
that Do you remember in the quote medley unquote when that
Yes, I remember.
female
I know what
Yeah.
you're talking about. Yeah.
female singer just in this
In a
tiny
kiddie pool.
square paddling pool
Yeah.
No,
and a
it
chair.
You okay?
Wearing a white shirt.
And
Yeah.
and jeans, denim pants, and
No.
just yeah.
Something you'd expect to see from like a video by Tattoo or
No,
whatever.
Yeah.
listen. Hold on. This picture
I'm listening,
does
I'm
not do
listening.
it justice at all. But
I'm listening.
there.
It's just in a shower.
Okay then.
That's what's going on with like the most dramatic person poses
Yeah,
on
that's
song
pretty dramatic.
with
Yeah.
cringiest effects.
Okay then.
Interesting choice.
Like the lady in the kiddie pool could never.
Don't even dream of it.
Oh boy.
So yeah, that's what I remember from that Eurovision.
There.
I think Oops was also making fun of it at the time.
Yeah,
I
probably.
remember Oops laughing over it.
I could see that.
And I think the UK that year was just the most standard UK person you can find.
Yeah.
With like this year's, but if you swapped it to a male singer, I think that was pretty much the
Yeah.
vibe.
Was that the one we got like 00?
No, that was a different.
No.
You've had more the most standard British man doing a generic pop song. We had that multiple years.
You're gonna sleep. I love that, Christy.
Oops would never make fun of Eurovision. Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
I think this was him. To give you a vibe.
Love both of them.
That yeah. I know exactly what you mean.
Like you don't need to hear the song. I think you can
Oh,
imagine
yeah.
what it would sound
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
pretty well.
I can picture it clearly. Yes,
I've
indeed.
got it.
Just say no more. Yeah.
Maybe we should watch 2019.
Also, I
Then
just
you
noticed
go
the
back.
Edgar Allan Poe, Chris. God damn it.
Yeah, he's there.
About that.
Oh, yep. Yep.
Why was Edgar Allan?
I don't know why Edgar Allan Poe was there.
reasons. It's like, oh hey, yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
better than the song about wrote a song.
yeah. We wrote a song.
We wrote a song and didn't bother to include lyrics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who the hell is Edgar? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
We don't know. We still don't know.
We don't know. I wrote a paper about him in high school, and I still don't know.
They had a voodoo doll of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a bit strange.
Yeah.
The fun ones are good. Yeah. I like
So
the
it
fun
was,
ones.
yeah, that had a kind of catchy
I-
beat.
I
I just no
enjoyed
idea
it,
why it was
too.
about Edgar Allan Poe.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. It was funny. It was
was
really
like-
funny.
Every time like it came in like the little snippets like during voting and such, it kept like, oh yeah, this song was kind of catchy and cool, but also what?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the Edgar Allan
yeah.
Poe face pops up. And, oh.
Oh.
And then I like kind of forgot about it again until it popped up again, and then was like, oh yeah, pretty catchy.
Yeah. Also, the Armenian one, we just kept forgetting about it and just remembered it because we
Oh.
kept forgetting about it.
Yes, we remembered it as the one we keep
'Cause-
forgetting. Yes.
Yeah, the one that was like right before Moldova.
hmm
And that's
Oh,
like that's
Frame Man.
why we keep forgetting about it, because Moldova was the next one.
Frame Man
Oh
didn't
no,
forget.
Frame Man. Oh,
Oh,
no.
they've left. It's fine. It's fine. Nope, they're back.
Yeah. Whoop. Oh dear.
Bloody Frame Man. Oh, actually, my internet's just not very good because my connection to Discord is bad as well. Sorry if I sound like a robot.
You don't. But
You sound fine to me.
yeah.
Yeah. No robot. Unless I'm a robot, I don't know.
No,
Yeah.
none of you are robots.
Yeah.
Frame Man is being temperamental tonight.
Mm.
It happens.
Yeah, it happens. Fuzzy isn't bad.
I mean, it kept like, I think I said that as well, that like the title we wrote a song keeps reminding me of in 2018 Alexander Rybak came back with a song titled That's How You Write a Song, which
Love that.
was better, I have to say.
You should have
Maybe
taken
I'm
notes,
biased, but it was
England.
better.
You should have taken notes.
I mean, I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to argue.
Yeah.
Because it's Alexander Rybak and he is the violin guy, so he has to have at least a violin solo in a song. So,
Mhm.
at least something interesting going on.
Nice.
Um but it just kept reminding me of that, and it just kept like disappointing me that it wasn't that.
Fair. That's fair.
I just find it odd. We got the closest we've had to victory for God knows how long with just this fun, just good singing ballad rocky thing. Not even that rocky, but sort of pop rocky kind of fun thing. And then we go, okay, what are we going to follow it up with? Mashed potato? I don't know. Like...
I don't
Yeah.
know, we're already hosting it. We have like 50, 50 pennies left to
Yeah.
make a performance happen.
Mhm. Yeah.
Spent
I just
almost all of the £5.
had to stretch that £5 note very far, indeed.
So
Yeah.
far.
It's admirable, really.
Yeah.
It is admirable. Like, you really could. Nobody else can stretch out a £5 note so far.
Yeah.
No, they don't have a tail. This is just. I mean, I for one am very much looking forward to the animated adventures of Daddy Freya. So
Yeah.
He'd make a good cartoon.
yeah, I feel a very
With
sort
his
of
sweaters.
very Hanna-Barbera sort of feel to it. Sort of
Mhm.
Scooby-Doo kind of.
Yeah,
Bear
Scooby Doo.
Bunch vibe.
Yeah.
I mean, they could still be a furry, miss. I don't know.
Well, it could be. Just not in this particular drawing.
Yeah. Just it's not intentional. Not in this drawing.
I mean, the one thing that makes you a furry is saying that you are a furry.
Yeah.
True. Yes, indeed.
No furry gatekeeping. Oh, hello. Oh, it's the fencing boy. It's Christy up here just doing an actual portrait.
Yeah, it's so good. It's very good. I love it.
Hey, look at that. Good. It's the boy who does the fence.
Yeah,
Wait.
it's been there a while. She's been working on it for a while, and I love it.
Very good.
Yeah, yeah.
It's so funny to say now, but it's the Danish contestant that didn't
Ah.
They all have the same face anyway.
Hang on, let me have a look.
This is an e-boy.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the TikTok one.
Oh, yeah, the one that looked vaguely AI generated.
Yeah, yeah, just a bit. Yeah.
Someone showed up like the portrait of him.
Hang on, let me get a picture of the person I thought it was because they look very similar in my brain now, and I want to confirm.
Listen, they're all TikTok boys, okay?
There could only be
and
one TikTok boy.
No, they all are.
No, they all look the same, Chris. You
Yeah.
don't know.
They're all the
I know
same.
you're not on the Tik send the talks, but they all look the same.
I have neither of them.
True. Yes, indeed.
Stop showing me the most Italian man.
And he is just the most Italian.
He's the most Italian man, Chris.
That's true.
Nobody has ever been
And-
more Italian.
I wish we got to see the guys on the trampolines more than.
Yeah,
But yeah.
trampoline people. They're
Yeah.
having the time of their life. They didn't even know there was a song going on.
I did
Yeah.
kind of jump a little bit when they just fell and then they came back up and I was like, oh, there's a trampoline there. Okay, good.
Yeah, we didn't know there was trampoline there.
Yeah, no, could not see the trampoline at all. Just knew it was there because of their movements.
I mean, and also the fact that every so often we'd see one of them throw themselves off the side and then be
True.
back up again.
Exactly. Yeah. That's
And
the
that-
only reason.
Hopefully means there's a trampoline there.
Yeah, I would hope so. Yeah. Otherwise, I don't know what's going on. Oh yeah.
I'm also still trying to remember who Belgium's act reminds me of. It reminds me of someone.
Yeah.
What's Golden's out again?
The Doug Dimmadome hat.
Oh yeah, the Doug Dimmadome. Yeah, that reminded me of something. Not Doug Dimmadome, but it reminded me of something as well.
Yeah, he had like his face reminded me of
Reminds
someone,
me
but
of
I
an-
don't know who.
I don't know if that's who everyone else is reminded of, but they remind me of an actor I've seen a lot.
Yeah, I don't
Banjo.
know. Maybe.
Oh no, it looks nothing like the fencing guy. I was wrong.
It's just all blurred together in your mind. It's okay.
Yeah. Young people, they're all the same to me.
Yeah.
Weird young
Yes,
people.
miss. Maybe that's it. Yes, I love that, miss. Promise a bunch of poor working class children a hot meal if they stood in the pit and caught and threw them back onto the stage.
We can't
Yeah,
afford
totally.
trampolines, but we've got surplus of poor children.
Yeah, they only had a £5 note. Exactly. True. Yeah.
Cheaper
Yeah,
to
but-
shove poor children off a trampoline than it is to get them school lunches.
Like, how do
Yes.
you how do you give that last place? I'm still confused by this.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's like they tried.
They
Sorry.
tried. I know.
Still mad
Yeah.
about that. Also- Look at the promotional image of the boys.
Yeah.
What's the promotional image of the boys?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, the boys.
the boys.
The boys, look how happy the drummer is.
He's so happy. He's the guy in the white shirt. He's so no, the bluish shirt. He's so happy.
He's so happy. Who were they?
Yeah.
That was Germany, and that's why they didn't win. 'Cause
Yeah,
they
it's
were
Germany.
The
Lord
previous
lost, they're
one
good.
was Germany. Yeah,
They were good. I like their song.
Yeah.
I can't remember it, but I liked it.
I liked it too. Yeah. Yeah, same miss. Yeah, the drummer's the only one I would allow within arm's reach of me. Yeah.
Drummer was having the best time.
Yeah.
Little golden retriever.
Yeah, he had such like puppy vibes.
Yeah.
Just the most happy man to be there.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, the German one, they look fantastic too. Yeah, hell yeah. They look legendary, absolutely.
That is that. I'll join in the anger at Sweden winning, but really my anger is that Germany lost.
Yeah.
That's just.
I mean, you know, Lewis was also upset that Norway didn't win.
Oh yeah.
And we
I thought
convinced
Norway-
him to just be like, you know, it's not about Norway winning or not. It's about Sweden losing.
Who was Norway? Oh yeah, the
Cape
shanty,
lady.
yeah, the captain, the person who needed a cape.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really needed that cape, honestly.
Which I like that song. I did like that.
Yeah.
That one.
It was.
But
I loved
actually-
it.
I enjoyed it. Yeah.
Thinking back on it, yeah, I can imagine that is the song that Lewis would really like. So yeah,
Yeah.
which is honestly more than I can say for any of the other songs we heard. I can't think of any of those and go, oh yeah, this person would really like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm.
No.
Apparently, our act was May Muller, which I'm pretty sure is a type of yogurt.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes. What?
maybe, maybe, possibly.
Sounds.
Sounds. I think the Belgian act reminds me of a judge on some competition show that we have here. I can't remember which one though, which is really annoying. But I'm one step closer to working out who it is.
You got this. I believe in you.
Miss, who's this? I don't know. I'm speaking Dutch again. That Dutch is backwards. Ooh ee ooh
Ting tang, walla walla bing bang.
ooh ee ooh ding dang walla walla bing bang. That was a time.
It was.
Yeah.
Is that in your head now, Miss?
Whoops, I gave him Bob Ross hair. Whoops.
Candy floss, Bob Ross. Bob Floss.
Bob Floss.
Have you set the piano
So
on fire?
hilariously,
But
I was
Piano's
a
supposed
vampire.
to be on fire.
Bob Ross's hair is a perm, or was a perm.
Yeah, I did hear he didn't actually like having that hairstyle, but once it became his branding, is like, well, I gotta keep it.
No.
Yeah, his hair
So-
doesn't usually do that poofy thing. It's a perm. It's a perm style, which was a thing people did in the 70s and 80s for some reason. I don't know why.
I'm pretty sure my mom had that at some point.
I don't know who this person is, Miss, but they look cool.
Yeah.
What?
Who's Vico Ortiz?
Who's Vigo Ortiz?
I don't know,
What?
but they've got a sword. They look cool.
That name sounds familiar. Who is Vico Ortiz?
this Final Fantasy coat? It's got like 5 belt buckles on the arm.
It is, yeah.
Anyway, they played Jim in Our Flag Means Death. Okay.
Oh.
Still haven't
Nice.
watched that, so I don't know.
So who do they play in Elden Ring then?
Watch it. You have to watch it.
Well, they look very cool. I like them. That's a very 90s shirt.
Yeah.
Look at that. There's
Oh,
this
yeah.
opening screen of Saved by the Bell there.
hmm
I
It,
won't.
it it was fit very well in this Eurovision. It was very 90s.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
It was.
Yeah, there was a lot of 90s.
Yeah.
Jim.
Yeah, I remember
Jim.
Jim. Yeah.
Everybody, it's Jim. Wait, hang on.
That's
no. Knock, knock, it's Jim.
Knock knock,
So,
it's Jim.
so the original version of that was going to be, hey, everybody, it's Jim. And then I thought that was boring, so I replaced it with something else. But apparently it's still in my head.
Mhm.
I was concentrating on drawing. Who is this person again?
Which person?
Which person?
The
one
person
I
you're
just
drawing.
drew.
Oh, this is Vico Ortiz. Probably pronouncing that wrong. Because I'm bad. They are in Our Flag Means Death. They play Jim.
Yeah, Jim is great. I mean, everybody in that show is phenomenal. They're all so good. I love them. I think it's Ortiz as well. Yeah, it's usually Ortiz.
Ortiz.
Yeah.
The problem with saying, hey, let's just do a random doodle stream where we doodle about Eurovision is not really much to draw from the last one, is there?
No, not really.
My third drawing was just of a guy in the background. So,
He was very important to our enjoyment of Eurovision.
I love that guy, honestly. Yeah.
He was there for us when no one else was.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm bad at drawing people, so I'm just doing swirls.
oh, they're in
Hey,
Stargate.
miss.
Apparently.
Who were they
Yeah.
in Stargate? In which Stargate? Was it SG-1 or Atlantis or Universe?
Let's have a look.
I will look. Yeah, let's look on IMDb.
Doobity-doo. Oh, wow, they've been in loads of things. I'm scrolling quite
Yeah.
far. Origins.
Oh.
Everyone's fave.
Hmm. No, they were raw. Interesting.
Oh.
Yeah, I never saw Origins, so yeah, I have not seen that one yet, but I will keep an eye out for it. I didn't even know Origins was a thing. I'm still back in the old Stargate.
Yeah. If
Wait.
it helps you want to watch it, it has a approximately 4 out of 10 on IMDb.
Love that. Hell yeah.
Hold on. Is this like the Stargate movie? Because I want to say that's the one that Raw appeared in.
The Stargate, it's from 2018. The Stargate
Yeah.
movie was that was a long time ago. I remember seeing that in theaters. The
This
original
isn't-
movie. But I don't know if this is a movie or if this is a show. It looks like it's a show.
Show? Yeah, apparently.
It says one episode.
Or a 10-episode movie, one or the other.
Or that, or like a miniseries thing. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. But yeah, the movie had like it didn't even have like the actors from the shows. It had like Kurt Russell was Jack O'Neill and James Spader was like Daniel Jackson. And that I remember
Hilariously, Jack O'Neill's name is also spelled differently, and they lampshade that at least once in the series.
was it? Nice. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. There's there's a scene where I don't even remember what the context is, but Jack's just kind of like, it's Jack O'Neill with 2 L's.
With 2 L's, yes, indeed. It is with 2 L's.
Because in the movie it was only 1 L, and also he just wasn't that funny in the movie.
Yeah,
And apparently that
I do
gets
remember that.
lampshaded.
Yeah, I do remember that scene, and I do remember it being different from the movie. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. But yeah, no.
What am I doing with the blob? I'm drawing a thing.
He's doing a thing with the blob.
Things will be
Doing
thinged.
a thing. Very curious as to this thing.
Very interested in what it's gonna be.
Well, thing away at your own thing while I thing this thing. And then things might thing.
More things.
I think.
Therefore, you are.
There.
I think, therefore, kablam. I don't know what. I don't do philosophy. René Descartes invented a method of describing coordinates in 2D space.
I mean, you're an algebraist. You're sort of 1 foot into the philosophy field anyway.
Yeah, but we're very, very little into the why philosophy.
This thing.
More the what. You know, the why we don't bother with that. That's for scientists and statisticians.
Fair.
We just do, you know.
You just doot.
We just doot. A lot of dooting in algebra.
So much dooting. Every algebraist has a recorder. Just keeps dooting away, and then they count the doots.
And this is the only way they get any funding. It's like, we will continue to doot until
You give in to their demands.
Is this the £5 note?
Yeah.
Might be.
Yeah. That seems right. The infamous £5 notes.
This was the funding for this year's Eurovision.
Oh, love it.
I mean, what more do you need than a £5 note and a lack of decency?
Welcome to Britain.
Truly.
It was also probably the first time I've ever tried to draw the Queen. So it's going to go well. That's alright, she's dead now. Can't complain.
Yeah, exactly. That's how it works. You don't need to be accurate anymore because she is not alive anymore.
I mean, because chatbots are dumb, there have been a couple of chatbots who are like, no, the Queen is still alive. And it's like,
No.
Well, yeah, they were trained.
Why you
they were
can't
trained
trust
on
chatbots.
people posting
Which, to
during
be
a time when
perfectly
she was
honest,
alive.
Yeah. I've come to the decision that all of these quote unquote writing AI systems, I'm just going to call chatbots, because that's what they are. They're just chatbots who say more things at once.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Like Cleverbot. That was a thing in 2012.
And that wasn't used for facts.
Oh, there was another. They mentioned the coronation during Eurovision, Miss, in case you were wondering. I know you were just aching to know, but
Oh,
yeah.
yeah,
Also,
the
I'm
king was in there at some
pretty
point.
sure that Charles, is that who got crowned? I don't know. I don't care.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure there was like one little
Yeah.
scene where him and his side piece wife, who's now the queen.
It's like,
Mhm.
yeah, that seems right.
Yep, yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, they
I mean, I'm not wrong.
like waving
You're
wrong.
at
not
the
wrong.
camera
No,
and
you're not wrong.
yeah, waving at the camera and just like, oh, we gotta show up the king and queen for reasons I don't know why. But we can't show up the Ukrainian president because that would be too political in
Yep.
a time like this.
Yeah, totally.
Even though the whole thing is political.
Yep.
Yes,
It's all about being brought together, you know?
it's all
Yeah,
Except-
brought
about being
together
brought
to hate on the
Britain.
jury.
We're all being brought
Mhm.
together backstage, not here. Get back in your box, Ukraine. It's Britain's show.
I still find it funny that when it's like, oh, Switzerland has won, they have the camera crew following her backstage.
Yeah.
She just
Yeah.
went off
Yeah.
backstage, and it's like, where?
To make her
Okay,
way
I can
to
sort of
the
understand her
stage,
going
but
there
yeah.
if that's the entry, if that's the where the access to the stage is. But why did you follow her there?
I
Yeah.
mean, it was also just like, why did they take like the longest route to
Yeah.
get there?
Yeah,
It was a solid
yeah.
5 minutes of
It
backstage
was of
walking.
just constant walking. Yeah.
Like again, like oh, fun follow the person around who won, see their reaction. I can get behind that.
Yeah, their
Follow them
reaction was
backstage.
mostly, "I'm going to take a nap."
Yeah,
Yeah.
true, but you know,
Yeah.
it's what happens usually. But you know, doesn't have to be like the full 5 minutes. You can do something in the meanwhile.
Mhm.
God, our banknotes are just a disaster of graphic design. I guess the idea is to sort of get one step ahead of counterfeiters, because presumably if you're a counterfeiter, you've got an eye for detail. So if you just make it just really the worst, it's naturally going to go against the instincts of the counterfeiter.
yeah.
Mhm.
Because they're going to want it to look good. And the Bank of England didn't.
hmm
There were just the fives everywhere.
Yeah.
Like an advert for 5 gum. This is what it's like to chew 5 gum. Zoom in on puddle.
Yeah.
That does bring up a potential question, though. Do you think they're going to try and redo all of the notes?
They've already started.
Oh, Jesus.
Wasn't that long
I mean,
ago
the
they
one
changed it?
the one thing
Yeah, I
I will
was
say
about to
about
say,
U.S.
didn't they
money,
change it like in the past like 5 years or something?
Yeah.
the one thing I will say about U.S. money is that at least we were sensible enough to put dead people on them.
Yeah.
But we have as well. We put dead people on the other side.
Logic.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we have the sense to have the euro, so you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes,
Doesn't
there is
really
that.
matter.
Like the most sensible thing would be to just not have a person on it at all. But like if you're
Yeah,
gonna have a
pretty
person
much.
on it and you want it to be an important person, make it someone who's not currently relevant. They're just historically relevant.
Yeah.
Just in a picture of the Australian $5 note that I think is supposed to have a picture of the Queen on it, but it does look more like Hyacinth Bouquet. Which I would prefer. If you put Hyacinth Bouquet on a banknote, I'm fine with that.
This is okay.
I was like, you
It's
know,
pronounced
we don't
bouquet.
have like people on our paper money. What do I have on our paper money? And I just looked, and it's a set of windows. So they're like fancy, like like.
We have a fridge. Some
This
home.
note is worth one window. Exchange for one window.
No. There's 2 windows on.
2! My word,
They're
extravagant.
overlapping windows. 2 whole windows. I mean, I think it's mostly like I think most of the money references architecture. Question mark.
I mean, I'm for that more than the royal family, you know.
I mean,
Particularly given, like, by the time they actually get around to replacing all of our money and to stick Charles's face on there, he's probably going to die. So
yeah,
Probably.
Yeah, isn't he like
he's
over
not
70 or
young.
something?
Yeah. Something like that.
Like at this point, you should just sort of like let the whole royal family just quietly retire to the countryside and like go away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's Britain. They don't do that. They don't do retirement. They're too
We used
fancy
to.
like that. They're not like the Dutch.
We used to do retirement once upon a time, but then we decided that people shouldn't retire because that doesn't make money.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, there's a £5 note in a puddle, which is something I kept joking about during Eurovision.
We all
Yep.
kept joking about
We
it.
Yeah.
we all joke about
It's
it.
that good old £5 notes. Stretched
Mhm.
real far and funded the entirety of Eurovision.
Mm-hmm.
And then the camera work was done by unpaid interns.
Exactly.
And potentially also a dog.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The Silent Hill dog. Yeah. Which I
So-
love that very much.
Sorry, miss, I missed you posting all the things.
Mm.
I appreciate it.
I am too exhausted to draw anymore.
That's fair.
That's fair. That's fair.
Mhm.
Honestly,
Mm.
fair.
You made an entire goddamn portrait.
You
And it was
did.
called
Yeah.
Multicolored Hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't want to do detail stuff anymore. Just like use a
Mm.
soft brush and paint. Cause tired. Look at that hand.
Looks
Yeah.
oh,
Don't
no!
look at me. Don't look at me.
Jesus,
It's
We're
a
looking
good
at him
hand.
with clapping.
it's so
I-
good.
I'm still stuck in Tears of the Kingdom. Don't notice me.
I
Wow.
wasn't sure if it was going to be Tears of the Kingdom or Stargate with a little hand.
It's Tears of This is meant to be Tears of the Kingdom, but honestly, you are correct, and it could be either. I would not fault you. Yes. But this is meant to be Tears
Yeah,
of the
Link
Kingdom.
gets
Yeah.
a monster hand or a
Yeah,
monstery looking hand.
He's fine. It's fine.
He
Don't
has
worry about
now
it.
half a manicure.
Yes.
It's honestly Eurovision winner's hand.
Yeah.
True,
No, the nail's
Make
too
the
very
nails
short.
a little bit longer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Yes.
True.
blood
The re-
stain the fingertips for some reason.
Yeah, for real.
I think there was a pattern going down the nails and it carried onto the fingers from what I could
Yeah.
see. So it sort of looked, in the sort of blurry resolution we were watching it, it looked
Yeah.
like bloodstained.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it did. It
it-
did.
Looked a little bit like what's it called? Henna, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, kind of.
Which is
Yeah.
it can stain a bit, but yeah, it did just make her like fingertips look blood soaked, which didn't help with the massive claws she had going.
No. It definitely looked like she definitely destroyed someone's eyes. Yeah.
Mhm.
Or more. Yeah.
That, or she needed to blow her nose and did a very bad job of it.
Oh, no.
Yeah. That too. Yeah.
You don't realize what all you use your fingertips for until suddenly you can't use them for that.
Very true. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, trying to blow your nose with those fingernails, you're going to, like, shred the tissue and, it's just going to be
Mm-hmm.
nightmare.
Oh, I have enough shredded tissue in my home with a puppy.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, rather puppy shreds tissue than shreds things that are like actually of importance.
Oh, he
True.
does that too. Don't worry.
Oh dear.
You're
Oh,
joking.
puppy,
I got a
no.
torpedo puppy.
Mm.
No, miss.
Hmm.
Didn't you know that the monarchy own Wi-Fi here?
Chris, project for next year, for calendar next year.
I haven't finished this one yet.
Yeah, but stay with me.
Still.
One of the outliers in iconic Eurovision costumes.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
I mean, I wish these little guys could have been stickies or emotes, but like, it's not relevant anymore already.
Next time, next Eurovision, I'll make little emotes.
I love them so much. All of your little guys at the bottom, both of you and Chips. You're so
Eee.
good.
Yeah.
They're
I
just
love
little
them.
guys.
They're wonderful little guys.
One of the outliers, aka Em and Mal.
Yes, indeed.
Maybe Rufus. I guess it
It
depends
might
on
be
the
funny
act,
to try
right?
and shove Rufus into some of these outfits.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Put Rufus in Finland's outfit from this year.
Although
Cha-cha-cha outfit.
I do kind of want to see Stoic in some of them as well.
I was thinking that.
Again,
Yeah.
I've said this on several occasions. The great thing about Stoic is that while Stoic wouldn't do anything under his own impetus, he would also have no reason to not do anything. So if somebody says put this costume on, sure, why not?
I love that for
Was
him,
there any
honestly.
costumes with masks?
Uh,
I mean, there's the wolf.
aside from
Once.
Yeah.
the wolves that we,
I mean, the wolves were wearing a suit.
yeah, I
Sure,
don't.
yeah.
For the actual performers this year, I don't remember any masks. No,
No.
I just remember the wolves.
I just remember the wolves.
Mhm.
Flashback.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there is some performance somewhere where if not the singers, some of the backup group are wearing
Wasn't
masks of some
filmed.
sort.
Mm.
So all of the masked people were behind the cameras.
It seems so. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I meant to add to what you were saying, Ragdoll, not like drown you out.
It's alright. That was basically the whole. But I came away from the Eurovision thing going, oh my god, I spent the entire time talking over everyone and I feel like awful.
Oh
No.
no! Don't. No.
Not at all.
But the problem is that in my day-to-day life, I don't say anything. Like, I'm just in a room on my own drawing. So the only practice speaking that I have is for streams when I feel like I feel compelled to fill blank space.
Mm-hmm.
And so when we have just a social gathering outside of it, that's the part of my brain that switches on. And I'm like, oh, no, let people speak. Don't talk over them.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Like, if anyone talked over anybody, I feel like it was like, you quip and I quip back.
Yeah.
Judges
Yeah.
you harshly for enjoying
We all were
talking
just
Yeah,
with
most
people
of that
and
was
hanging
just
out with
us
friends.
taking the piss out of the camera guy, so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Although I
And they
do,
deserve to be taking the piss out.
I do understand though, Chris, because
Yeah.
I'm always nervous about talking over people, especially in like voice chats and stuff, because I am also a quiet person in real life usually, and don't really talk a lot when I'm alone, especially. But like, I do have stuff to say when chatting with people, and on one hand, if I am quiet and wait for a chance to talk, I found that very rarely will I get the chance to talk. But on the other hand, I don't want to talk over people. I don't want to interrupt people or yeah, just
Hmm.
Yeah, it's
it's
Yeah, I get
weird
it, but
balance. Yeah,
no worries.
it's hard.
All the
No.
worries.
All the
No,
worries,
Couldn't help it
no
always,
when you're
worries with these
always.
friends. We're all talking over each other, which means that
Still,
everyone talks the same amount. How about
I,
that?
still
I,
worries.
I did appreciate the irony of Miss doing text to speech that just talked over everybody about talking over
Uh,
people.
I did not
It
hear
was
it, but I
it
will.
was
I
good.
will. I will.
I appreciated it.
Hell yeah, miss.
I'm looking forward to the day I have internet enough internet to be on Twitch at the same time as streaming with y'all, so I can see what's happening in chat.
Yeah, one day, fingers crossed. Let the internet be nice to people.
Want
The
me to
government
do it
promised
again?
to have good internet in all of the outbreak areas by 2023. So
Mm,
Hell yeah.
oh,
I mean, just because the government says they will doesn't mean they actually will, and some of it's not even necessarily their fault.
yeah.
I I do work in rural areas, and it turns out wireless signals do not go through mountains, and they have trouble going through trees.
The thing is, I live on top of a pretty big town. The very top, like there's a hill called Galjebakken, which means News Hill because it's where we used to execute people.
oh, lovely.
And I live on the top of that.
Where do you live? On top of a noose. What?
I live on
Yeah.
a noose above a town. What?
It's a hill where it's called News Hill, because we used to execute people there in this town. And that's like the top of the town, and that's where I have my house. And I still don't have internet, even though I'm in a pretty big town on the very top, and I don't understand.
Mm.
I would complain to the internet gods and demand satisfaction.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. The problem is the internet gods don't understand either.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you for your particular situation, Christy or Miss, but I do know that Wi-Fi and heck, any cable any internet that you're doing, whether it be Wi-Fi, cable, satellite, every single one of them, there are things, and sometimes things that you don't even think about, where it's like, it's not going to work in these situations.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's so finicky that, like, one of the operators I talked to at one point said, "Do your neighbor have like a wireless lawnmower or baby monitors or something?" Yeah, that's probably why.
Oh yeah, like signals that are close in frequency will screw each other up all the time. That's one of the reasons why if you ever go to like a theater performance, they will tell you to, hey, turn off your cell phones, please. They do that for two reasons. One, if your cell phone goes off in the middle of the performance, that's disruptive. Two, if they are using most types of communication devices, but especially if they're ones that are sort of old and not the best shielded, your cell phone signal is going to screw up with their mics.
Damn.
Chris, I love the Silent Hill puppy cameraman.
Yeah.
Thank you. I thought they
Good
deserved
camera puppy.
Love the camera puppy. Yes.
It's one of the best dogs you've drawn, I think.
Yeah.
it.
The
Using
face
reference
is
for
really
once.
good.
Yeah.
It's really good.
I mean,
It's very
that
good.
doesn't
Even with
change the
even
fact
with
that
the
you
reference,
drew it.
yeah.
I've drawn with reference and
Yeah.
it looked nothing like the original image. So.
Yeah. I mean,
That's
you
nice.
still drew it. Yeah. They get to push the button. Yes.
I mean, using reference isn't bad.
No,
Mhm.
I
Oh,
should do
good.
it way more often than I do.
Same. Yeah.
Also, the little guy you have here with the long hair and the hands pointing the same way.
Oh yeah.
It's giving me Weird Al Yankovic.
Oh yeah,
It's got
I
a
can
bit of
see
that.
it. Yeah, it makes me think of him as well.
That was my attempt at a cartoony Daddy Frere.
Mm-hmm.
Coming soon
I
to
see.
Hanna-Barbera on VHS.
Excellent.
So, if Weird Al had a cartoon, it would be perfect. I don't know if he has a cartoon.
I mean, Weird Al was on My Little Pony, so there is a cartoon version of Weird Al. At least
That's
one,
amazing.
probably more.
It's appeared in the new Muppets thing, if I remember correctly. He does a lot of stuff.
And some of his lyrics like not PG.
Probably somewhere. Can't think of any off the top of my head.
It's probably the Danish in me because I can't fathom a satire song without it being very not PG.
Yeah. Oh, there was a period during like the early internet when people were sharing things on like LimeWire and Napster and stuff like that, where any parody song was labeled as Weird Al Yankovic, including all of the really unpleasant ones. And so Weird Al would get a lot of correspondence saying, "Oh, you're an awful person. You wrote this." He's like, "I've never heard this before in my life." So
yeah, I believe that.
Might be a holdover of reputation there, but
Now, granted, I don't know his entire discography, but I can't think of any where he's outright swearing, and I can't think of any off the top of my head where he's talking about like sex or drugs. I can think of ones where the original song potentially was.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
he made a parody of it, and thus it's not anymore.
Yeah.
Now he's sung some songs where you listen to the lyrics and you're like, "Hey, Al, that's gross." But it's mostly in a like 10-year-old boy humor, gross type way, where it's like, "Oh, you're talking about pus, lovely."
Yeah.
Sort of mad TV, sort of Mad Magazine sort of humor.
Yeah. Very much so.
They are behind the box. Because I don't know how to do the bottom half of this picture.
That's fair. They're in a little camera box.
Camera box. Fact. Fact. Vamp for me. Fill time.
Yeah.
No.
That's how I fill time. Just there.
I mean, it has been 2 hours.
It has been.
True.
We can finish after this very interesting fact.
Yes.
Quote unquote. If food supplies in Britain in the Second World War had been cut off completely, because we're an island, there were plans for everyone to eat plankton.
Yeah.
I'm sure everyone would have been very happy with that.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
Wouldn't have worked for very long.
No, it would not have.
For a couple of different reasons.
You said that, miss.
You
Don't
did.
you remember?
Yep.
You happen to be repeating someone in a game, but
You did say that was Solasta, but you did say that, yes. Indeed. That was when my game was like glitching out and stuff.
Hang on, let me try something.
There was an NPC who loves the beer even though it tasted like piss.
Oh, that's a good.
You quoted him. You quoted him. Yeah. So, and they took advantage of that because that's what they do.
Wasn't it donkey piss?
It was like,
Yes.
yeah, donkey piss or something.
Very
Yeah,
specific.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like the drinks here taste like donkey piss. So you say, well, why do you go then? I don't know. I like it.
I like it. Yeah. Yeah, no, you gotta be very careful
There
what
we
you
go.
say because these people will take advantage of it, even though you're quoting an NPC. Yes, fuck
NPC.
Sweden. Yep. Yep.
Ah,
It's in
wonderful.
there.
It's in there. Forever
in there.
immortalized.
Love it.
Also, I haven't mentioned during the stream these lovely little swirly patterns that Ragdoll's been drawing.
Yeah, I like the swirly
Yeah.
I've
patterns.
been looking at them.
They're very pretty.
Yeah, whenever I don't know what to do, I just sort of loop,
Mhm.
literally.
Looping is good.
That's
My
good.
my brother does something very similar. He had a lot of notebooks with just little fun swirly patterns and geometric patterns and stuff in high school. And he is pretty, very pretty.
Yeah.
I can make more intricate things if I'm using my drafting tools, but I don't want to use my drafting tools on a tablet
Yeah, that's
on
fair.
account of the fact that the
That's fair.
IT department will kill me.
Who drew a hat? Which one of the two,
Yeah,
miss?
which one? we've got Christy, who's a good hand here, and then we've got Kira, who's a good hand here. Both good hands.
Both
Yeah.
incredibly good hands.
Good quote unquote.
No,
Yeah.
no
No.
quotes.
Just
Very
good.
good.
Thanks. I am proud of it considering I drew that without any reference, not even using my own hand. So
Yeah,
No.
even better.
No.
Nice.
More impressive. Jeez.
Thanks.
I use
How
reference.
dare you?
hey, let me live this. Let me have this, please.
You
I
you're
use references for most things, but yeah.
teaching
Just
us the
stuff I
wrong
didn't.
lesson. We need incentive to use reference.
Yeah. Well, references are good. They do help a lot.
Yes. You better
Miss will
acknowledge
bite.
that it's good or Miss will bite you, so.
Like, how do
Yeah,
you
Christy's
make?
hand is amazing. I love Christy's hand. It's so good.
Yeah.
I don't how.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how you even start making something that looks like it has the structure of a hand just with swirling colors like that. How does that?
Yeah,
How?
it's so
Well, it's
good.
very impressive, yeah.
Yeah.
With, like, the color choices, just.
Also, I appreciate you, Miss. And yes, I agree. All good drawings. Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Well,
amazing.
there we go. This was a little
Yeah,
fun
little
doodle
fun thing.
sesh.
Oh, doodle time.
Hell yeah, Miss.
Gonna bite me first. Why are you biting me first? I didn't do anything.
I mean, you just deserve it, Chris.
That's fair. But you'll probably get through all of us, miss. Including yourself.
Yeah, you're gonna have to bite
Hell yeah,
yourself.
that goes for you as well, Miss. Absolutely.
Bite me through, Kiki.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try and scratch her tummy and then
Give her
channel your
keys.
spirit. Yeah. Well, this was a fun doodle time. Fun doodles were doodled.
Yeah, it was very
Yeah.
fun.
In retrospect, maybe having a stream about doodling after a Eurovision that wasn't particularly inspiring and also went on quite late.
Hey,
Not
we
the best
got
of
some
ideas.
doodles out.
Yeah,
doodles. I got some-
I drew my happy
It was
drummer
just
boy.
a nice low energy stream.
Yeah.
And we
Yeah, it's all
talked
good.
about Sweden a lot.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's
Uh,
nothing that said that any of us had to doodle Eurovision. As you can see, I just started doodling loops after
Yeah,
I got the cats out.
and
hands.
I started and ended my drawings with Zelda.
I started drawing and then for some reason started drawing smaller and smaller, which is
Yeah.
not how I
Yeah.
usually do it.
Yeah,
It's like
it's all
writing.
good. It's all good.
Um,
I'm doing a little pan through everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like your pan. It's very good. And the puppy, the good puppy.
You're a good puppy.
Yeah.
anyway, as
Mm.
I said to Toe, just lots of complaining, and then Eurovision is
Mhm.
great. It was a fun time. I had lots of
Yeah.
fun watching.
Eurovision is great in much the same way that Dead Island is great.
Yeah, it's a mess,
Yeah.
but you enjoy it together.
Yeah.
Anyway, watch party for one of them
Mhm.
At some
next
point.
week, I guess.
Yeah. Guess so. Yeah.
There we go. I've done a pan.
Good
It's a
time.
very good pan. Yes.
Yeah.
Pots and pans.
And with that, everybody needs sleep. With the
Yeah.
possible exception of Kiro, who's just had a good sleep, and Ragdoll, who, well, Ragdoll could sleep. I'm not in control of their life.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if I'm going to sleep at 3 in the afternoon, something's gone a little wrong.
Yeah, it's like 4 in the afternoon for me as well. So yeah.
But also, you were
Well,
awake till 3 in the morning for some reason.
true. We know the reason. Legend of Zelda was the reason.
Zeldors.
Yeah, because I kept going. I kept telling myself I will just do this to save my game and shut it off. One more thing, and this. Oh
Yeah.
wait, there's a shiny thing over here. Let's go this way. Just yeah.
And on that note, I'll be back on Tuesday with Elden Ring.
Hell yeah. Looking forward to it. One more thing. Yeah.
One more thing. Well, the game stopped me doing one more thing last time.
Hopefully Margit will not break your internet this time and will actually
Fingers-
let you defeat him.
Yeah, fingers
We'll see.
crossed.
Fingers crossed.
So yeah, I'll be back. There's be a Tuesday morning Doodle stream, and then evening will be Elden Rings.
Yeah.
And then the week pans out as usual. Presumably with the Saturday stream, unless that turns into an impromptu Eurovision Mark II.
We'll find out
We'll find out.
at some point.
Eurovision 2
anyway,
Electric
presumably.
Yeah. 2018, 19, whichever one it was, 18.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
also up for 2019. We'll see.
Both.
Yeah.
Not
Oh, yeah.
both. In one
We've done-
evening, not both.
We've done 2 in one night before. That was my first experience of Eurovision. I was about to say Elden Ring. No.
different. I mean, a lot of Eurovision music does sound like it belongs in video games, or like you could imagine video games to it. So I
Yeah.
can get that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
one of this year's I was like, this is the opening of like an Uncharted or
Something
like that.
Actually, I remember the game you mentioned that, and it actually reminded me of a game that does have an opening that is kind of sort of like that. And I listened to it again, and not the same, but similar, kind of similar vibes. It's the opening to Suikoden 3. If you want to look that up, it's a very good open. I remember it because I played that game, and that was one of the games where I have to watch the opening every single time I start up the game because it was just a very good opening. But yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Anyway. Good
Anyways,
night.
people need sleep.
Yeah. Yes.
Goodbye,
Good
everybody.
sleep. Have a good
Bye.
night.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.